Students, in this video lecture, we are going to solve some extra questions which are not given in your textbook. But for understanding of this formula, limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. As we discussed in previous video, that if x tends to a, then we require base as well as denominator same and power same. Then answer is power x tends to a and one power less. Right? We solved this type of one example numericals in previous video, but I think you require some more practice, so that's why we are solving in this video some extra questions, right, for your practice. And after solving this, you have to solve this question for your practice. Okay, so now this is, you are able to factorize this also, but we are going to use this formula for more practice. Otherwise, you have x raised to 4 minus a raised to 4, that is x raised to 4 minus b raised to 4 formula. You have factor a minus b, a plus b, a square plus b square, and then remove your obstacles, x minus 2. You will get your answer, right? But you need more practice for this formula, so we are applying this formula, right? So this is x raised to 4. So we need x is x here 2. So we need 2 here. So 2 raised to 4 is 16, that you know. So am I writing like this? See, this is limit x tends to 2. I am writing this is x raised to 4 minus 16 is 2 raised to 4 whole upon x minus 2. Now compare with this formula. So I am not writing formula each and every time, because I write formula here in middle in front of you, right? So now see, x tends to a is 2 here, x tends to 2 means we require base x tend to, here same is denominator and power of numerator are same. So applying this formula, answer is n is 4. So your answer will be 4, right? Into a is 2, so 2 raised to 1 power less, that is 4 minus 1. So answer will be 4 into 2 cube. So answer is 32. 2 cube is 8 into 4 is 32. So this is the answer, right? And if you want to factorize this, then your answer will be same, but the method is limit x tends to 2. Now factor of this, that you know, a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4. Factor of this, a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4 is a minus b, a plus b, and a square plus b square, right? So factor of this is 2 raised to 4. So factor are x minus 2, x plus 2, and x square plus 4. A is x, b is 2 raised to 4. So x minus a is 2, x plus a, x square plus a square whole upon x minus 2. So this will be cut, right? Because this is a 0 upon 0 form. Now this is not a 0 upon 0 form, as denominator remove. So substituting directly limit, we will get 2 plus 2 into 2 square is 4 plus 4. So 8 into 4 is again a 32. So your answer will be same, right? So you can adopt any method in exam, but आपकी प्रैक्टिस के लिए ही ये मेथड मैंने चूज किया. Now here you have a factor of a x raised to n minus 1, but we are not going to apply that formula x minus 1, x raised to n minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus like that. So simply we want to apply this formula. So what to do? This is limit x tends to 1, right? So in denominator we require x, that is x raised to 8. So it is given x raised to 8 minus, then minus a raised to n. So here is 1. So we can put any power of 1, because answer of that is 1 only. So this is 1 raised to 8. Now in denominator what we require? X minus 1, but it is given x raised to 16. So I am dividing by x minus 1 and multiplying by x minus 1 whole upon, here we have x raised to 16, and instead of 1 we can write 1 raised to 16. We can write 1 raised to 16. Now, applying working rule of limit, giving both a separate limit, right? Giving both a separate limit, we get limit x tends to 1. This is x raised to 8 minus 1 raised to 8 whole upon x minus 1 into, giving this a separate limit, limit x tends to 1, right? This is x raised to 16 minus 1 raised to 16, right? Upon x minus 1, so denominator of the denominator goes to numerator, so this is x minus 1, right? So applying formula, n is 8, so 8, a is 1 and 1 power less, that is 7. I am writing directly 7 now, I am not writing like this 4 minus 1, right? Into, this is the formula from denominator, so we have to write answer in denominator because this upon this, for our simplicity we write this denominator of denominator in numerator. So answer will be n 16, right? A is 1, so 1 1, so 1 raised to power is 15, right? So 1 raised to any power is always 1, so answer will be 8 by 16, that is 1 upon 2. So I hope that you will understand this. Now similar kind of question is there. This is x tends to 2, x raised to 5, so 32 is 2 raised to 5 or not? Yes, right? So I am writing here, this is limit x tends to 2, this is x raised to 5 minus 2 raised to 5. So in denominator what we want? X minus 2. So this is x minus 2. Right? Now this is root x, that is x raised to half minus 2 raised to half. Root 2 is 2 raised to half. Now in denominator we require x minus 2. So we divide by x minus 2, we have to multiply by x minus 2. So this is okay now. Now giving this separate limit, either if you don't want to write separate limit, this step, you can write directly answer also for saving your time, right? But I am writing because you are in learning mode. So this is x tends to 2, this is x raised to 5 minus 2 raised to 5 whole upon x minus 2, and this is limit x tends to 2, right? This is x raised to half minus 2 raised to half upon x minus 2, right? So answer of this is equal to, x tends to a, n is 5, so answer is n, a is 2 raised to 4 into 1 upon, answer of this is n is half, so this is 1 upon 2, 2 raised to 1 upon 2 minus 1, so answer is 1 upon 2 minus 1. Now this is 2 raised to 4, that is 16 into 5, that is 80, right? Into denominator goes to numerator, so this is 2 into 1 upon, this is 2 raised to minus half, so this is 2 raised to minus half. If we take this number to numerator, it minus become plus power, so answer will be 80 into 2, that is 160, and 2 raised to half, right? And 2 raised to half is root 2, so answer is 160 root 2. Answer is 160 root 2. So similar kind of question is your question number this, and this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All questions are a similar type of these 3 questions. So we have to solve this question number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 is very similar to this type of question. So be careful while you are simplifying answers. Okay? Now it is given x tends to minus 2 and here is plus. In formula we need always minus. So, and this is also minus 2. So can I write like this? Limit x tends to minus 2. This is x raised to 5 minus 2 raised to 5. Because I want x tends to a. X tends to a, then x minus and a as it is. So I require minus 2 here also. Now you know minus 2, right? Negative numbers. Power is odd. Then answer is always negative. So this is minus 2 and this is minus. Become plus. So we get minus. Same thing here. This is x raised to 3 minus 2 raised to 3. Because 2 cube is 8. But we are writing minus 2 because we need a is minus 2. Right? So now applying this formula, what we require? Upon x minus 2. So dividing, multiply. So limit x tends to minus 2. This is x raised to 5 minus 2 raised to 5 whole upon. I am multiplying by, dividing by x minus 2. So we have to multiply x minus 2 whole upon. This is the remaining, that is x raised to 3 minus 2 raised to 3. Giving separate limit to both. So giving separate limit, we get this is equal to limit x tends to minus 2 x raised to 5 minus 2 raised to 5 whole upon x minus 2 into limit x tends to minus 2 x minus 2 whole upon x cube minus 2 raised to 3. Right? So giving by separate limit. Now applying this formula, answer is 5 raised to 5 into a is minus 2 raised to 1 powerless 5 minus 1, that is 4 into 1 upon n is 3, a is minus 2, 1 powerless is square, right? So minus 2 raised to even number, always positive. So this is 2 raised to 4 is 16. So this is 5 into 16 whole upon this. This is 3 and minus 2 raised to 2 is 4. So 3 into 4, 3 into 4. Right? Any problem? Any problem? No? Okay. So this is 4. So your answer will be 5 into 4, 20 by 3. Answer will be 20 by 3. Right? So I hope so you will get your answer. Okay? आपको कोई पता कोई प्रॉब्लम है क्या? पता चला ना? Now listen one thing. For MCQ, I am giving you one formula. While you have limit x tends to 1, right? X raised to m minus 1 upon x raised to n minus 1, then answer is always m by n. Answer is always m by n. So remember this shortcut method or time saving technique, TST. Right? While you have x tends to 1, x raised to m minus 1 upon x raised to n minus 1, answer is always m by n. See here. Limit x tends to 1, x raised to m minus 1 upon x raised to n minus 1, answer is 18 by 16. Then simplify. You will get your answer. So what is the answer here? 4 upon 1, 4. 6 by 15, 6 by 15. But for that, this shortcut, you need 1 here, right? And always remember, while I am giving you shortcut method, that you have to apply only for solving MCQ, not for descriptive, right, or subjective. Got it? Now, more examples. First example is example number 3, page 297 first. Limit x tends to 1, x tends to 15 minus 1 upon x tends to 10 minus 1. We did this type of question previously, right? Before cleaning this board, I told you what to do. If this type of question is given, then answer is 15 by 10. So you can solve this yourself. Answer is 15 by 10. In previous video, we solve this type of question also, but we are going to solve one again, right? So this is x tends to 0, this is 0 upon 0 form definitely. So this is 0 upon 0 form because here is 0, 1 minus 1 is also 0. Now this is root 1 plus x. That can be expressed as limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x raised to 1 upon x, 1 upon 2 raised to 1 upon 2. As you know, for formula we need same power. So this is 1, so no worry for expressing 1 raised to half because 1 has any power, answer is always 1, whole upon x. Now for formula we need 1 plus x here and minus 1 also. So adding 1 and subtracting 1. So if I add 1 plus x, I am subtracting 1. This 1 cancel, answer is x. Now base same, limit is x tends to 0. But as we discussed, this is your formula. So what is your answer? 1 upon 2. A is 1 raised to 1 upon 2 minus 1 raised to 1 upon 2 minus 1. So 1 raised to any power is 1. So answer is half. And you have to write for formula as x tends to 0. If we add 1, then 1 plus x tends to 0 plus 1 is 1. Adding 1 both sides. So we get our complete formula. This tends to 1. So limit x 1 plus x tends to 1, right? 1 plus x is to half minus 1 is to half. So this is your formula, right? This formula that you know, limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a, then answer is n a raised to n minus 1. So you need tends to, x tends to 0 but here, so you need x 1 plus x tends to 1, so you can write here. Come and if I add 1, then we get this. For this type of question, another method, you can rationalize if it is a square root. But if it is not a square root, then you can't rationalize this. Then you have to assume. Suppose you assume 1 plus x is equal to theta. So a second method for this type of question, let I'm assuming 1 plus x is equal to theta. So making subject to x. So this implies x is equal to theta minus 1. Now remember one thing in limit, if you assume for anything, then you have to change the limit. Kaise? Here it is given x tends to 0. So as x tends to 0, you have to substitute x equal to 0 in your assumption. So what is your answer? Theta 1, right? As x tends to 0, theta tends to 1. Substitute x equal to 0 here. As x tends to 0, theta tends to 1, right? So now your new limit will be, so your expressions become limit theta tends to 1, limit theta tends to 1, because this is unit limit, and you are going to convert these all terms in terms of theta instead of x. So answer of this is 1 plus x is theta. Theta raised to root theta, that is theta raised to half. So answer of this is theta raised to half minus 1, that is I am writing 1 upon 2 whole upon x. X is theta minus 1. Theta minus 1. Now check your formula, right? So what is your answer? 1 upon 2, 1 raised to 1 upon 2 minus 1, that is 1 upon 2. As 1 has any power, answer is always 1. So this is second method. And third method, this type of question, while it is given, right, limit x tends to 0, right? So I need some space. Okay, I am writing here, right? If I am not visible to you, then it's okay, but formula is visible for you, right? So in this type of question, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x raised to m minus 1 upon x is given. What is given? 1 plus x raised to any power, but you require here only 1. and in denominator you require x, then answer will be always m. Then answer will be always m. So now check here answer. M is half, power is half, answer is half. Yes, answer is half in any method. So this is a shortcut method for competitive exam that is very useful for you, right? Now I will give you a few questions like this, right? After completing these 3 questions, we'll give you for practice this type of question, right? जो आप practice करेंगे तो आपको confidence आएगा कि you can, that means I can, आपको ऐसा feeling आएगा कि आप भी कर सकते हैं. Now another new formula, limit x tends to 0. If it is x tends to 0, then sin x, angle is x, upon that angle, sin and that angle, if that angle tends to 0, x upon x, then answer is always 1. And same for tan, that is limit x tends to 0, tan x upon x is 1. That you have to remember. Also we have to prove this. So we can prove this as a answer is 1 also, right? Now for solving this type of question, I want to solve one extra more question, because this question is very important. हम जब लिमिट का क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे ना, तो मेनी टाइम, राइट, इन halfway of the question solving you will get this term, and remember the answer of this is half always. 1 minus cos theta upon theta square, either 1 minus cos x upon x square. If x tends to 0, then answer is always half. How? We have 4 types. One is factorizing, another is direct substitution, another is rationalizing, and another is that is our substitution, direct formula, right? So now if you have 1 minus cos x, remember this thing, if you have trigonometric function like 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x, 1 minus sin x, 1 plus sin x, then you have to rationalize. That means if there is a plus, you have to multiply and divide by minus, and minus, then you have to multiply and divide by plus, right? Plus then minus, minus then plus, right? So here is 1 minus cos x. So what to do here? Multiply and divide by 1 plus cos x. There is rationalizing method. So this type of question is first time for you. So limit x tends to 0. This is 1 minus cos x upon x square. This is given. So I am rationalizing this. So multiplying and divide by 1 plus cos x. Multiplying and dividing by 1 plus cos x. Now remember one thing. While you are rationalizing, there is a one term, either in numerator, either in denominator, is extra term. That is due to this multiplying, divided. So here this become a minus b and a plus b. So this is your extra term. So give extra term a separate limit. Now this is 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x. That is what we get here? 1 minus cos square x. So this is become limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos square x whole upon x square, and this is due to rationalizing extra term. So I am giving it a separate limit. So writing separate limit for this is 1 upon 1 plus cos x. Remember this, when you are rationalizing, then extra term is never equal to 0 in denominator. Otherwise you can't divide and multiply by that term, right? Now 1 minus cos square x is sin square x. So this is limit x tends to 0, sin square x whole upon x square, and giving this a separate limit. So substituting x equal to 0, you know cos 0 is 1, right? So writing separate limit 1 plus cos 0. This is first question, so that's why I am writing. Otherwise you have to write 1 plus 1, either you can write directly 2. Okay. Now can I write like this? Limit x tends to 0, right? This is first question. So मैं सब step लिखूँ, इसके बाद नहीं लिखने वाला, right? So this is sin x upon x whole square, and this is cos 0 is 1. So answer is 1 upon 2, 1 plus 1, right? Now this is sin x upon x. If x tends to 0, the answer is 1. So this is sin x upon x. X tends to 0, answer is 1. Sin theta upon theta, right? जो ये एंगल है तो वो सेम होना चाहिए. तो आंसर का क्या आया 1, but it is 1 square and this is 1 upon 2. So now see, as I told you, answer of this is always 1 upon 2. Answer of this is always 1 upon 2. For solving this type of question, there is another method to apply a trigonometric formula, but I am not going to show you that method, right? Okay, because this is an easy method for you. If you want to apply that method, then 1 minus cos theta. Did you know? What is the answer of 1 minus cos theta? You don't know now? Huh? Okay, so this is very easy method, Dikra. So you have to solve. Okay. Now, example 4, question number 1. It's given limit x tends to 0 sin 4x upon sin twice x. What is the formula? Limit sin theta upon theta I did. First of my target is sin theta upon theta. So can I write like this? Limit x tends to 0. This is sin 4x. So what I require? Upon 4x. Is 4x there? No. So what to do? Divide and multiply. Right? So dividing and multiply by 4x. As usual, this is sin twice x. So what you want in denominator? Twice x. But no twice x is there. So I am writing here twice x. Right? So we have to multiply by twice x and divide by twice x. Got it? I want here to be in denominator twice x, but the denominator goes to numerator. So I am writing twice x here. If you don't know, if you don't understand, then no problem. You can write here twice x. Okay? Now, this x is extra, so we'll cut. Now, giving separate limit to both, we get limit. Now, our formula says if it is x tends to 0, then we require x here. But here is theta is 4x. So can I multiply by 4? And 0 into 4 is 0 always. So 4x tends to 0. Either if you don't want to write here, then leave it, keep it as it is, x tends to 0. There are lots of ways to write, right? This is sin 4x upon 4x into here. This is sin twice x upon twice x. Denominator of the numerator goes to numerator. So I am writing limit x tends to 0. Twice x upon sin twice x. Any problem? So this is one limit. This is another limit in multiplication. Now sin x upon x. 4x upon 4x. Answer is always 1. So answer is 1. Here twice x upon twice x. That is answer 1. Right? And you can write as x tends to 0. 4x also tends to 0 if you multiply by 4. 4x tends to 4 into 0 is 0 and twice x tends to 0. So no need to write here 4 or 2 here. If you don't want to write here, you can write like this. If you write here 4 and here 2, it's also okay. No problem at all. Right? Got it? Now this. सर ये तो फॉर्मूला है और वही तो प्रूव करना है. तो क्या करेंगे? साइन कॉस में चेंज करते हैं इसको. So limit x tends to 0. tan is sin x upon cos x into x. For formula, what we need, if there is a sign, then we need theta in denominator. Here is this, and this is extra, and cos 0 is never equal to 0. So keep giving a separate limit. So if we give separate limit, this is sin x upon x, and this is limit x tends to 0, 1 upon cos x. Now what is this? Answer of this is 1. So this is 1 and 1 upon cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So answer is 1. Right? So ये आपको पास प्रूफ भी हो गया. तो आपको ऐसे ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक क्वेश्चन जो है वो सॉल्व करना है. राइट? पहले जो टेक्स्ट बुक के क्वेश्चंस हैं वो सॉल्व करते हैं. इसके बाद हम दूसरे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे. So there is a question number 13. It's very easy question. So I am writing related from book. Question number 13, page 301. Right? Limit x tends to 0. Sin ax upon bx. Limit x tends to 0. Sin ax upon bx. This is given. Right? Now what we require? If there is a sign, we require theta. Theta is ax in denominator. but it is given bx. So b is constant. So you can take constant to outside the limit as we saw in working rule. So this is 1 upon b. B is constant because x tends to 0. So we need x only. So b is constant. So writing outside the limit, x tends to 0, sine ax upon x. Now for formula we need ax. Here is x only. So dividing and multiplying by a. We can divide and multiply by a. Now what is this? Sine theta upon theta. Answer is 1. This is constants, right? So I'm writing here constant outside, and this is 1. And you can write, give reason as x tends to 0, ax tends to 0. As x tends to 0, ax tends to 0. And same type of this question, right? If it is given sine 4x upon sine twice x. So I'm giving you one another shortcut method, right? So another shortcut method for this type of question, limit x tends to 0 is given and sine mx, either px, so you can get easily, upon sine qx, then answer is always p upon q. Then answer is always p upon q. See now here, so answer is 4 upon 2, right? So answer is 4 upon 2, that is 2. So what we miss out here? Yeah, we miss out 4 into 2. 4 upon 2 is 2. We miss out this step. See, अच्छा होगा ना? Check किया तो पता चल गया कि we miss out 2 here. We miss out this 4 upon 2, 2. Right? हम भूल गए थे. Sorry. Okay. So 2 आ गया. So what is your answer? Answer is 2. So now verify by this formula. You will get your answer 4 upon 2 is 2m upon n. Right? So similar question is question number 14 also. So question number 14, page 301. It is given sin ax upon sin bx. Limit x tends to 0, sin ax upon sin bx. So what is the answer? If it is m upon n, either p upon q, then answer is p upon q. So what is your answer? A by b, that you have to solve by writing all steps like this. Okay, got it?